Hey, this is Chris with PTX Gunworks and Custom Cerakote. So today I'm going to teach you how to build your own paint booth on a budget. So a little while ago I went to the turnkey Cerakote training at Branson Cerakote and Laser. If you haven't heard of them and you're serious about Cerakoting, definitely look into their trainings because they're top notch and they're the best that I've seen in the business. So this booth is a lot like theirs. Essentially it doesn't have the big air system and some of the little knickknacks done on it. But if you're trying to build a good booth on a budget, this is the way I did it. I'm fixing to show you a video on how I built the entire booth from scratch, added a plenum on the back, and basically piped it out of the shop as well. You don't have to pipe it out of the shop, but for me, I want all the fumes going out and I don't want dust coming around my booth. So y'all just hang out, watch the video, you'll see how we did it. Big thing to keep in mind when you do it, your sheets are going to run upright like this. So from the back, you're going to want one at 4 foot. That way, one stud at 4 foot. That way, when you lay it up, you can join your two sheets together, and you'll have a stitch right here. You can do that as well on the top when you put a sheet here, and then you'll have one more on the side. The center is going to be a little bit different because we're going to have 2 fans on each side here and here. But other than that, we're going to keep rolling. kind of notched these out and ran them through where they're going to be hid. And I've got a gang box right here. We're going to put 4 plugs, and we're just going to plug these into that and work this around to a switch. The next thing we're fixing to work on is going to be this louver that goes out the wall. This is a 16 by 16 louver. Just cut a hole in sheet metal and self-tapped it to the wall. So our next project is going to be using 4 sheets and basically making a box where it just pops it out the wall, and then we're going to seal it up with everything else. But stay tuned. Okay, so what I did, I was going to use a 16-inch louver. It did not let enough airflow through for the 4 fans. So backed up and punted, so I put 4 2x4s on each side, made squares out of them, and I use these bolts to go all the way through. You can see kind of like over there, it goes all the way through, perfect square. Then I use my Metabo to cut the side of my shop out. Got to make sure I have enough airflow. That's just me. Some people don't even vent them out the wall, but I want as much airflow out of the shop as I can get. That way I don't have to wear a respirator as much as possible. But we're gonna put a box all the way around it, top, bottom, and sides, and we'll get back. Okay, so we got our top and bottom boards on back here. We're getting a lot closer. What I would say is I went ahead and I caulked all the gaps right here on the inside of this side because it's just easier to get to. I'd go all the way around on everything. All we like next is the sides. Once we put the sides on, we're going to, then you can come in from the outside of your shop or whichever way you want to do it, and then you'll be able to caulk the rest of the inside. Okay, so here is the back of the box. I basically cut a big hole in the side of my shop. You don't have to do this. I just want all the air going out of my shop, not back into it. I built 2 squares, one on the inside of the shop, one on the outside, like this, and you see right where the sheet metal's cut. And then I sealed it all up, which I'm gonna trim all this foam back once I'm done. Big thing is try to seal it off where water can't get in. And then on the plenum back here in the box, go ahead and caulk everything on the inside and outside. And that's what I did. Just kind of saves all the extra air getting out and going other places. But other than that, we're pretty well wrapping this part up. I'm not gonna put any more about this on here, but my original plan, and what I'm gonna do next to close this off is I'm gonna get a 4x4 piece of plywood, and I'm gonna put a hinge here and a hinge here and put it on there where basically it's gonna be like a trap door. It's gonna close down, and then I'll just get a stick, open that up when I'm ready to use my deal, use my booth, put a stick under it, open it, and then when I'm done, I'll just let it close. Move the stick and let it close. But that way it kind of secures the shop too. We got the lights mounted. I couldn't flush mount them like I wanted to, so we had to put these little, these little hooks that you can screw in like you would hang a picture with. But it actually worked out pretty well. I only put 4 total. I wanted to do 5, but I think this is actually going to be plenty bright. The next thing we're going to do